Good afternoon, everyone. Today, we will be starting a three-part crash course in how to teach from home using video. Now, there's a lot of things you can do with video that you cannot do in person. There's a lot of things you can do in person you can't do in video, but this is what we have right now to work with. There's three basic parts of a film production, video production. There is the pre-production, planning and such, the production, the actual filming, that's what I'm doing right now, and the post-production. Post-production is talking about all the things with the editing and how to package it and polish it and make it into something that you will be proud of and your students will enjoy. So we're going to do that in three different separate stages. So for this stage of things, let's head inside. Let's put on some comfy socks, get a cup of hot cocoa or cold cocoa or whatever else you want because it's like 107 degrees outside. And let's get started, shall we? About pre-production, or like we like to say, planning. So you guys, I'm sure, are very well versed at this point in lesson planning that we're not here to talk about and that you do not need my help in doing. There is a couple more considerations though when it comes to video planning to make a video than it does to make a standard lesson. One of these areas is in location. Location. Just one location, or multiple. Point being is that wherever you point your camera, every angle you point your camera at is a different location. And so you can have one room and you can have 12 different spots to film. Typically, I'm in my house right now. This is one spot. This is with my computer. This is the area that I need to film when I've messed up and I need to tell my students something while I'm editing. So I set up this is where I edit, and I then tell them what I messed up. That's one location for my videos. Another one was the tree you saw out front. That was one location that is dubbed by my students the explaining tree, because that's what I always do when I'm standing by that tree. I explain stuff. And so you can have these segments in various locations. They're very, very easily repeatable. You just go back to those locations and you film another spot with that same type of lesson. So that's useful just for continuity, for they should know what's coming. It's very useful to have consistent locations. There's another element. You can have an inconsistent location, which makes it exciting and adventurous. And what's going on here? We don't know. Let's find out. So typically in my videos, the way I introduce this is I show my car, I show myself getting into my car, and then we're off, and we go off on whatever adventure we do.
Here we go.
Go to various locations, usually within 20 minutes of my house, and we film there. And that's it's adventurous, but it's different. It makes it more flavorful than the standard same 5-6 spots located around my house that we do every single day. It just gets dull. So that's locations. The next thing you need to think about is time. So in a standard lesson format, you have about 40 minutes, give or take, and everyone sits down, whatever. But 40 minutes, here you don't have 40 minutes, which helps because you don't have to talk for that long, but it also means that you can't ramble. You can't do it. You have 10-15 minutes max, and then you're done. If you go overtime, then that's simply going to create a drag on your students' brains, and instead of making videos and it's fun, it's exciting, it's a video, it's a very long video and it's too much, simply too much for them to see. The kind of mix of location and time is that you can extend your videos by having multiple different locations. If you have 5 minutes in one spot, 5 minutes in another spot, 5 minutes in a third spot, that's much more exciting visually than 15 minutes in one spot. 15 minutes in one spot is going to get dull unless you have a lot of visuals you put up on the screen. We're going to talk about all putting things up onto your screen when we talk about post-production. But for now, keep that in mind. And the final thing, which is possibly the hardest element of all of these things for us to think about, is getting comfortable talking to the camera. At this point, I have made many, many, many videos, and I've gotten very comfortable with the camera, but that was not always the case. When I was first starting off, I was extremely uncomfortable talking to the camera, and it was just very hard to talk coherently. When I would point the camera at myself, I would expect to be eloquent and perfect. First take, first shot, everything should be great, and it just doesn't work like that, as you've seen from the little jumps. Even now, I'm editing, I'm cutting things up, and things are not perfect in one take. I trip over my word, it's fine. But to be okay with that takes time, and so the way you get fine with that, it's not groundbreaking, but it works. So you take your... Where's my phone? Here. Do this with me. Ready? You're going to take your phone. You're going to open it up. You're going to exit whatever weather apps you had open anyway. You're going to turn the video bit facing yourself. And you're going to hit record. There we go. And there you go. You're going to say, hi, it's me. And have a little conversation with you, with your phone. It's not going to be great video. It's handheld at this angle. It's going to be probably a little bit shaky. You'll gain valuable experience talking to the camera, and you'll be less uncomfortable the next time you do it. So, especially if this is your main device, talk to that device. Make a video. You don't have to share it with anyone. You can make it. Don't delete it, because that kind of, that's a little bit defeats the purpose. But take it and just have it. If your main device is some big, scary DSLR monster, like what I'm filming on, set that up. Talk to it. Experiment. You don't have to send it. You don't have to do anything with it. Just set it up and go. Well, everyone, that is a couple of the bits of the pre-production of a video. I'm sure as you do them, you're going to learn a whole bunch of more things, and please share them with me. I'm hoping to improve mine all the time, and as you improve yours, you're going to find all kinds of new things. But those are the big main issues that you're going to face, those kinds of considerations. So I hope this was helpful, I hope this was educational, and I hope this can enhance your video making capabilities. Tomorrow we're talking about production, the filming, and tomorrow we're going to do basically essentially a what's in my camera bag video, showing you all the things that I use, and showing you all just the roles that they play. You don't have to have nearly half the stuff that I have. I have stuff mostly not for teaching, just because for my general side hustle as a photographer, videographer, which came in very handy now. But we're going to talk about each item and the role that each of them play. So stay tuned for that if you want to hit the little notification button, bell situation over there, and you can be notified. So I hope you all enjoy, I hope you all learned something, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye-bye.